All right, welcome to StockPulse Symposium number 3. We are in Las Vegas. And I've got James Anderson. He's the CEO of Guanajuato Silver, GSVR, on the venture exchange GSVRF on the OTC in the States here. James, appreciate you making the trip here again. How are you?
Oh, I'm really great. Great to see you. We are at the Silver Symposium, and I can tell everybody, if you are not here this year, you should be here next year. It's a very exciting conference, and Rob and his team have done a great job of putting the whole thing together.
Well, I certainly appreciate that, and I appreciate the support. So yeah, let's get into your story here, production story here, a lot of blue sky. Reel us in here, what's the latest and greatest?
Right, being at the Silver Symposium, obviously there's a whole bunch of investors who are interested in silver. We like to call ourselves Mexico's fastest growing silver mining company. In the last 2.5 years, we've purchased 4 mines, 3 production facilities, all in central Mexico, mostly around the city of Guanajuato, which has a storied 450-year mining history. We have, to date, quarter-over-quarter production increases in our silver equivalent production, and we're going to continue to do just that.
Higher prices would be a good thing for the operation.
Yeah.
Every year, StockPulse Symposium, every year, number 3, call it seasonality. This is the low of silver. It was a low 2 years ago, it was a low last year, it's the low now. Let's talk about what's next here, when we're going to get a little slingshot move here, might help.
Well, from your lips to God's ears, yes, higher silver prices would certainly help a lower Mexican peso. The peso's been very, very strong for the last 12 months. That's been a headwind for us in terms of profitability and in terms of our ability to be able to put additional money as CapEx back into the operations. So both of those things it would be handy if we had a change. I do think that the price of silver is ready to move significantly higher into the high 20s. And my rationale for thinking that is because of the continued extreme growth of silver in the photovoltaic industry for solar panels. I don't think that that's going to change anytime soon. You've got like 25% year-over-year growth in the solar panel industry. And I think that demand for silver for photovoltaics changes the pricing here over the next 2 or 3 years.
So the investors that are coming by, James, what's the message here to get in right now?
Well, I think the general message around the conference, which I think is spot on, silver is money. It's been money for thousands of years. In fact, the word for silver is the same as the word for money in many languages in the world. So I think that in a world where the central banks of the world and the treasuries of the world continue to debase fiat currencies, I think silver continues to have a place in people's portfolios as a store of value.
And of course, being leveraged in your play here, the price of silver to your stock price is a advantageous situation for an investor getting involved right now. Tell them about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even at the Silver Symposium here, we are the only producing silver company represented here. If you look at the producing companies that produce a significant amount of silver around the world, I would say that Guanajuato Silver is as geared to the price of silver as any. We've got enormous operational leverage to the price of silver. $26, $27, $28 silver changes our story immensely. So if you're of the belief that we're going to have a strong silver price, a speculation in the shares of Guanajuato Silver, that makes a lot of sense.
Okay, well, you heard it here from the boss. So James Anderson, CEO, Guanajuato Silver, GSVR Venture Exchange.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you.